Good morning, welcome to Morning Review. This is Kim speaking on Tuesday, the 6th of September. So looking at the euro dollar first, and my weekly review I did late last night, I was looking at the euro and suggesting if it breaks this daily 50 and 200, we'll certainly be confirming a much more bearish euro. At the moment, though, it's hanging in there. It may just consolidate around this phase. It has put a daily pivot swing in, so a break of the lows would suggest a continuation, certainly. Now, that's provided it actually does properly break the lows. At the moment, as I say, it's holding up. Looking from a 60-minute point of view, you can see it's consolidating below its daily pivot. To me, it errs to the bearish side. In the short term, maybe if it does break these lows below us at 1140, it might be good enough for an entry. But the target itself, it's only run about 10 pips down to the daily S1. It is so pinched, so I would have to be looking really for a bigger movement, maybe holding it a little bit longer. But at the moment, that's the way I'm going. If it does rally into the 60-50, maybe on the shorter time frames would be looking for short positions back into that, although that has been tested before. Personally, I just prefer to be on the short side of the euro. There's no significant news coming out today that should affect the euro until 3 o'clock. So 3 p.m. we may see some price action kick around there. So maybe one of these mornings where we just drift in the euro, in the afternoon when we see some action again. The pound, I'm still pretty bullish on the pound. It has put in these couple of sort of shooting star sort of graveyard doji bars on the dailies now. However, I err towards the bullish side. I think the pound's got more sight, particularly from the bigger time frame. I'm expecting more upside. We are currently above the daily pivot. I would like to see it continue, maybe a steady up here and push up towards that daily R1, maybe back towards yesterday's highs there, and hopefully even beyond that. So that's what I'm looking at the moment. Dollar yen, not trading this at the moment, but my preference again is still to the upside at the moment. We have got the monthly pivot untouched below, but with the price action and all they're trying to, all the rhetoric and everything else, it's caught its weekly pivot there yesterday, and it's looking like it could. I say yesterday, day before yesterday, no, yesterday, or whatever. Yeah, yesterday. It's only Tuesday, Kim. It's well not looking so bright on this picture here. Although a break of the sort of trend line that would run across the top would see me being a bit more bullish on it. As I say, the bigger picture, I'm looking on the bullish side. But when you look at this 60-minute chart, it's pretty difficult reading. And if anything, it's looking like it may be coming down here. It's forming this sort of triangular pattern here. It's looking like it might want to break down and even head down towards its S1 at this rate. But personally, I prefer to wait until it sets the long side up and take the long side. Aussie dollar, well, that has pushed up. Haven't read the news quite yet, but I assume that because they've left it on hold, that was good enough. Just picking the news out. News not come through on that system. Fair enough. Well, they've obviously left it alone, so there's a sort of relief. Now, I have been quite bearish on the Aussie dollar. The fact now it's pushed above its weekly, monthly pivot, urges it towards more probably neutral to potentially a bit more upside. Although I do wonder if this would just run out of steam and we'll see it roll again. There's not a lot of happiness out there, seemingly. Maybe a move into that R3 will be either death kill, although it is almost diverging where we're sitting now on the 60s. To be fair, on the 60-minute time frame, it has got higher highs, higher lows. Oh, it's putting a higher high now, so it's higher highs, higher lows, and perhaps I should really be more bullish. But at the moment, looking at this price action, it may be all done and start rolling over at some point. A break of the 8 would make me a bit more bearish and potentially look for a slow short. But the trouble with the Aussie at this time of the morning, or often in the mornings, it can drift for a long time before it actually does anything. Seems to move a lot better in the afternoon some days. Canadian dollar, well, we're seeing this continued move down here, quick pitch of oil, and we could guess that oil, after yesterday's talks with Russia and Saudi, and that feeling, just rhetoric still running through the markets, it may see it sort of steadily improve and push up a little bit more, in which case it fits nicely with my thoughts that the Canadian dollar may be on its way down some more. Initially put the pivot swing in, saw some follow through yesterday. It looks like it's got some follow through towards its monthly S1 at this rate. Looking at the hourlies, well, we haven't hit the daily pivot yet. It looks like the S1 might be first. May never come back for the daily pivot. Missed it yesterday. No surprises really when it sold off quite some far. It already hit the S1 quite early. If it does the same today, I don't expect it really to come back to the pivot unless the news in the US is well, particularly bad. I expect this to continue running in this direction. So that's it really. Preference really is to see if I can get a trade on cable. I think this morning, if it can hold up on the shorter time frames, we can get something pushing up towards the R1. The euro, I think it's going to be slow, and there's not a lot of points in towards the potential targets. That's it for me. Have a great one. Bye for now.